What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a live episode of Spurs in Focus right here on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. Also got the Amazon podcast app, YouTube Music. You pick a platform, we are there. The Substack is completely free. Spurs in Focus. Think of it as like a companion piece to the YouTube page. There you'll get all the latest and greatest of Spurs news, articles, whatnot, so much more. It is completely free. Go sign up right now. And as always, I thank you for making Spurs in Focus your first and only spot for all things San Antonio Spurs. You want to come here first, every day, every week, every second to catch up on the latest and greatest on the silver and black. My name is Jeff Garcia, longtime Spurs writer in San Antonio. Follow me on X at Jeff G Spurs Zone. The guy next to me, he is Rudy Campos of The Sports Answer. You have a sports question, he has the answer. He is on X at The Sports Answer. And boy, we have a loaded show for you today. We can catch you up with the latest on Project Marvel. Yeah, I thought it was over, right? It's supposed to be over, and not anymore. Mayor Ortiz-Jones, kind of relit the fires. We're going to catch up on what is going on with that. We get Rudy's reaction to it. Then Spurs news. Wemby is the overwhelming favorite to win the NBA MVP this upcoming season. Buy or sell. We also got some other news, including the latest, at least reported, Spurs jersey lineup for next season, and a little nerd segment. We're going to dive into the action figure world. Yeah, we're going to do that in just a few seconds. Happy belated birthday to that guy you see on your screen, Rudy Campos. Happy belated, buddy. How was it?
Thank you. Just another day. I don't celebrate my birthday, so yeah, ended up, you mean yesterday? I don't know, Jeff. I've quit celebrating my birthday probably for like 10 years already. So I'm getting old, man. I'm close to 50, so I don't want to celebrate being one step closer to the grave, man. So, that's for kids. Appreciate the applause and everything. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, you might be celebrating this weekend, though, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I think the family's taking me out to eat, and I'm gonna probably settle on Las Palapas. I think I'm gonna just do a fast food.
Oh, don't do that. You want to order the biggest and fattest piece of steak you can
find. Maybe. If anybody is in the Creekside area tomorrow night, I'll be in the Creekside area. So maybe it'll be Longhorn, maybe it'll be Las Palapas. I don't know, whatever's in there. So if you see me, maybe you'll buy me a birthday drink or something. We'll see.
There you go. If you want to get Rudy something, again, he is on X at The Sports Answer. Again, happy belated, buddy. Hope you have a good one this weekend. Yeah. Let's get into the show, everybody. Let's start off with the latest on Project Marvel. Deja vu, right? Wasn't it just November 2025? This was all settled. Voters voted and they said, yes, move forward with it. Prop A and Prop B. Well, y'all know by now, let me see if you don't, the mayor of San Antonio, Ortiz-Jones, she recently sent out a memo to her colleagues requesting a revote. Why? In a nutshell, the city deficit, poverty levels, affordability levels. Also, too, at least in her latest chat with residents, and she's been having these town hall meetings lately, that the city is going to provide a portion of money. So shouldn't city residents get a vote on that? Remember, the city and the county are contributing to Project Marvel. This got so intense that R.C. Buford, the Spurs CEO, he put out a letter reaffirming the commitment to Project Marvel and helping San Antonio. So as of right now, it seems the latest is that she's gaining more and more pushback from residents of San Antonio, Spurs fans, even her own colleagues. San Antonio sports stars, the Blitz, they had Councilman White of District 10. He came on and just bashed her. I'm talking he just bashed her so bad, saying that, hey, if she wants to say she hates the Spurs, she wants them to leave, that she thinks that the money should be spent elsewhere, that's her right. But he had a big issue with her regarding misinformation. That is the latest. Again, her and her staff, they're hosting, again, these in-person meetings where you can go and listen to what she has to say. She calls them listening sessions. Really, ultimately, I don't see this going to another revote. I just don't. She needs to have, the majority of the council members on her side. And right now, it's seemingly that they're not going to side with her.
It sounds like they're not going to side with her at all. And I mean, I think when you and I did a recent Spurs in Focus show, we talked about the same thing. And I think she's bringing up this $489 million thing and all this other stuff. But, I don't necessarily know if she likes the Spurs, dislikes the Spurs. I don't know, man. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. The only thing I can say is the fact that she said that it was the county that voted, previously, but the city of San Antonio didn't get the opportunity to vote. And then, well, it's a whole different amount being voted on, stuff like that. Well, I I'm more confused than anything on this whole thing, Jeff, because let's put it like this. On one sense, San Antonio voted yes. Bexar County voted yes. So it passed. Everything passed. Everything's looking good to go on at Project Marvel.
Right.
But then you understand why she probably brought all this up, because, hey, that CPS building, it's going to probably not be able to be moved. Then they talked about the hotel infrastructure that's probably not going to be being built. Then the land bridge is also something else that's talked about that's probably not going to be able to be built.
Yeah.
So is she basically using some of this stuff that's happening as a stepping stone on, hey, you know what? You voted for this, you're not going to get this. So maybe we should, push these funds somewhere else, which at the same time, aren't these funds supposed to just go towards like entertainment district or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. So that's the confusing part. Are you trying to get a revote because now San Antonio is not getting exactly what they were promised, and you want to use that as well, look, you're not getting it, so why are we going to do this after all type thing? I'm very confused by it. As you know, I don't have a vote, but I have family in San Antonio. The biggest question and the biggest thing, Jeff, is property tax, and that's I feel like everybody says, well, property taxes are going to go up. Well, they could go up, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to confuse the elderly and certain people, saying your property taxes are going to go up because of Project Marvel, when it's not. Property taxes going up because of other things. But then the other part of it, Jeff, is, well, look about the extra, police and this and that it's going to cost for Spurs games and yada, yada, yada. So you being the beat reporter that you are for San Antonio Spurs basketball, what is all the latest intel? Where does this all connect in? Because you've got Mayor Ortiz coming on one side, you've got the Spurs, R.C. Buford, putting out a memo. He's coming on this side. You've got other councilmen and women coming from this direction. Where's the meeting point? Because I mean, we're seeing something unfold in Portland that's not very good. And if this Project Marvel doesn't go through and Mayor Jones Ortiz is a part of all this, could we see the Spurs not necessarily relocate, but start talking about relocation?
Well, I don't know we're there yet. Now, I put a mock-up of what the proposed district should look like. Again, what you're seeing on your screen right now is just a mock-up. Rudy, you're right. See that land bridge right there, people? That is going to be gone. That's Nick's. So
yeah, it can't happen.
I'm going somewhere with this. So that's going to be gone. Some of the the parking infrastructure, that area, that needs to be redone. So this doesn't capture it.
They're saying the hotel is not going to be there.
Yeah, the hotel's not going to be there. So her argument is, isn't this a new deal? Isn't this simply new terms? So shouldn't we have another revote on this? And I mean, by the way, this is nothing new. Back in November 2025, I talked to some of my sources with the city, and they told me that they already saw that the land bridge was likely not going to get done. So this is no surprise at all.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Ultimately, Rudy, I think this goes nowhere. Nowhere. If anything, I believe what she's doing this is just to shore up her fan base, if she has one. But
which fan base, man?
Yeah, well, she has a meeting going on right now, or if you're all listening to this tomorrow or the next day, she had one yesterday. There were a couple of people that were in favor of what she's proposing. So it's not her message, not falling on complete deaf ears. But my thing is this: I just think it falls short where it needs to be, where it needs to matter, and that is with her colleagues, the council. Mark White has said that he feels that they're not going to side with her and allow this ballot measure to be put on the ballot in November, or at least in coming weeks. She needs to have that. She has until August 17th to convince. I think she needs just to convince one person on that council to side with her. And then guess what? the revote will happen. But if the revote does not happen, Rudy, then that's it. This is like her last gasp to try to fix this. She keeps harping about the city's deficit, the budget deficit. But here's the thing, though. Okay, fine. If you think that's what it is, well, that money that the state gives cities, major cities, money to revitalize districts, revamp their sports centers, arenas, and everything, that goes back to the state. And guess what?
Yeah.
You're still left with a deficit. That ain't going anywhere. So
Right.
the deficit is always going to be there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You were going to say.
No, I was going to say, that's where I'm getting at is what you just said. If that money is solely for entertainment, purposes, and it goes, say, into the San
Yeah.
Antonio Spurs, if they don't use it, I mean, it's use it or lose it, basically. I mean,
Basically,
it goes back to the state. So where, where the problem is I get it, and I'm going to say it, Jeff, and I'm sorry, I'm not a part of San Antonio, but if I was, I'd be a little furious. But I mean, the incompetency of the mayor to understand the fact of, well, this money goes to this only, and if we don't use it for this, then we lose it. Where does the budget, where does the deficit
Yeah.
have any part in the money that goes to this district? I mean, it's in plain black and white. She's running this whole, smear campaign on the San Antonio Spurs based off of a city budget that has nothing to do with Project Marvel. So that's what I don't get. And this is the problem that I said. So she can easily say, well, in order for us to make up the budget, we're going to have to raise property taxes. Well, the elders out there, the elderly people, because if you notice, Jeff, in fact, all of her meetings are held at nursing homes and stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing on on an older crowd there, Mayor. Which obviously, like I said before, they can't raise a lot of property taxes, because a lot of elderly people can't afford it. That's what she's harping on. She's harping to scare a lot of people into thinking, well, property taxes are going to have to be raised to pay for the deficit. She's going to switch it and turn it around to be, well, it's because of Project Marvel that we're going to have to raise all this, when it has zero to do with Project Marvel. So if I'm city council, I'm pulling her to the side and maybe dumbing it down to kindergarten, possibly, to where she understands that our budget has nothing to do with Project Marvel. The only thing it does affect is, like I said, firefighters, EMS, city police, all that. That will be affected because that is, city work, city employees. So I understand that part, but the actual project part, I mean, it's apples and oranges, man. It makes no sense.
Here's the other thing too. Work has already begun. They've gone forward already. They've gone forward. The Texas Institute of Texas Culture, that's gone. That is completely wiped out. The land area
Go ahead.
that land that was on that, it's already getting paved and smoothed out, and little tunnels are being made, for the infrastructure there. It's moving forward. They're going to stop. And guess what? If she's all about saving money, well, every delay, piles up more money. Every delay. So I just think that, in her mind, she feels that she's doing the good for the city. And she even said it in one of her meetings today, if you're listening to this tomorrow than yesterday, where she said that her hope is that future San Antonio mayors will look back and thank her for fighting this fight to get, here we go, revenue sharing from the Spurs. She's also harping that she wants the Spurs to share in revenue of what the new arena will bring in. So in her mind, she thinks that's fair. And she firmly believes that future San Antonio mayors will look back at her and say, man, thank goodness that Mayor Ortiz-Jones did that. So she's pushing for that too. But man, when she first started doing her pushback back in 2025, a part of me was like, okay, fine. She wants to be that person who reads the fine print. Okay, fine. I can appreciate that, but now it just feels like you're just fighting a losing cause, and you're just wasting time, and you're confusing the masses. The voters have voted, and they said yes. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
Things are moving forward, and you can't stop it. And unless a miracle happens and somebody on that council sides with her, but I just don't see that happening, Rudy, at all. Your thoughts?
No, and for her to say that future mayors are going to look back and they're going to look back and say, "I'm glad that idiot is out of the office." That's what they're going to exactly say because I mean, unless a miracle for her and a Hail Mary just so happens to score at
I
the
think
end of
this is
the
her
day.
Hail Mary, don't you think? I think this is her Hail Mary. Right? This is her
It's
half
a
court shot. That
Yeah, it's a Hail Mary, but
yeah,
I mean, this is a Hail Mary where you're throwing to one wide receiver who stands 5'4" against, 10 guys that are 6'8". I mean, it's not gonna be caught. Let's put it that
mhm,
way. And again, you're harping on this, you're harping on that. It's been voted on. The money has nothing to do with
yeah.
the deficit. It has zero to do with that. I mean, it it's more than likely what it's gonna happen is I wanna know if they can actually run this mayor off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the people are calling for a recall,
Yeah,
and
there's
to
I
be
see the
honest,
in the chat right now, man.
yeah,
Ryan
it's
McQuaid. Yeah, look at that.
yeah, even I wanted to get to this real quick because there's a lot of people she had at the meeting today still don't understand how this works. She chooses the locations very carefully, and you have to
Yeah.
hire 3
Yeah,
people
look
to
where she
so
chose them. They were all like in the north side area.
that and like I told you, they're at nursing homes. It's the
Nursing homes.
older
Yeah.
generation. And man, Jeff, before this even was to vote, I remember you and we did a show and I told you, I said, the people that are going to be really affected by this and who are going to really be concerned are the older people, the elder
Mhm.
generation. And that's exactly who she's going towards. But is she trying to get these votes without even having it on a ballot? Because you have to get the city council to side with you first in order to get it back to a vote. So again, I don't know how to be a mayor. I'd love to be a mayor one day, but I don't know the whole ins and outs of politics and all. But I do know that if I'm going to campaign on something without it being on a ballot, I'm just wasting my time and I'm wasting my resources. But I mean, again, does anybody side with her? No, there's absolutely nobody that
Yeah.
would side with her.
I mean, it's
If
very
they
few.
do,
There's very few that do side
so
with it.
do you remember what the vote was on that city
I
council?
I don't remember the vote, but I do remember the final vote by the citizens, residents of San Antonio County. It was a close one. I remember that. It
Mhm.
wasn't a landslide for Prop A, Prop B.
Yeah,
It wasn't like, oh, 70% voter. It was like, I'm going to guess here, like 58% for, and then the rest against. So it was close.
yeah,
So I think she's hoping that that maybe some time has passed, the dust has settled, and people have been like, oh, wait a minute, let's talk about this again. It goes back to what she wanted. Remember, she wanted the strategic pause. Remember that? She wanted the strategic pause to review the term sheet, which is non-binding, man. Non-binding. So anytime there's some shenanigans going on either side, it's non-binding.
mhm.
So that can always be cleared up. You know, by the way, just a heads up, everybody. For Monday's Spurs in Focus, you're all going to really want to tune in. We brought in a political consultant to
Oh,
talk
the mayor.
much out of the mayor, the memo,
Mhm.
and why Project Marvel topic is brought up again. And let me tell you, he told me that the Toyota deal on the South Side, should have been under scrutiny the way the Project Marvel deal. He goes, that's more, yeah, what's going on over here, but yet you're focused on this. His point is, why does she focus on the Spurs deal and not on one that maybe does legitimately raise like some concerns and scratching head terms sheets and everything with the Toyota deal on the South Side? So he goes, I go, why do you think she did that? He goes, I don't know. He goes, but I don't know, but it seems to be targeting the Spurs and this deal, because I'll give you a little sneak peek here. According to the political consultant coming on Monday, he said there were a lot of tax incentives that the city gave to Toyota
Mhm.
that could have helped them get out of the deficit like now. But nobody's talking about that.
Yeah,
But yet here you have an organization, the Spurs, that are contributing their cost, their portion, and cost overruns, and for reaffirming their commitment. Why she's picking on the Spurs and not like a Toyota plant? Makes you want to wonder. Makes you think, Rudy, huh?
it makes you think, man. I mean,
Oh, thank you, JC. Yeah, 52% was for. See, it was close.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's how close it was. Yeah.
for
Yeah,
politics.
and by the way, I don't mean to cut you off, Rudy, but Ryan brings up a good point here. Why do you do this right when the Spurs are coming off a finals appearance too? It's like the worst timing.
I mean, yeah, you're taking all this scrutiny after the Spurs make it to the NBA Finals, as if everybody's going to say, you know what, they made the finals, they stunk it up, the team blew leads on every fourth quarter. Yeah, we don't need to give them an arena. No, definitely not. There's no reason they should have anything like that. No, man. I mean, it's a terrible time to have it, but the thing too is, Jeff, you're talking about a mayor, and I can't remember a mayor since I've been alive who's against sports in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean, every mayor that I've known has been trying to get another team, FL team,
MLS team,
MLS team most recently. I mean, I've seen mayors, Red McCombs was, really going in. He wasn't a mayor, but he was really campaigning with the mayors at the time.
Yeah, we were casting when the
Minnesota
Vikings, right?
I mean, the Minnesota Vikings, Tom Benson and the Saints. But this is the only mayor that I know who legitimately doesn't care about, one, if not the biggest money maker for San Antonio, and that is the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just seems like she's trying to screw over the city of San Antonio in every opportunity she can get. And that's a very, very, very bad thing to do. And it's going to backfire.
Trying to, just kill off her political career, because unfortunately, San Antonio, you have to deal with this for what, 3 more years?
Mm-hmm.
3 more years. She's technically still a brand new mayor. So
that's why I moved. I saw the right.
JC brings a good point. 7.5 million spent by the Spurs to get 2% for the pass. Yeah, I mean, again, that's how much it was close. It was now. So I think maybe the mayor saw this and said, like, hey, I just got to cover a 2% gap. That's it.
Yeah,
maybe I can convince them. But again, she still has the biggest hurdle, which is to get majority of her colleagues on their side on that council to get it. And from the looks of things, again, according to Mark White on the San Antonio Sports Star, other local outlets, it seems like that's not going to happen. And during her meeting today/yesterday, if you're watching this, she admits that, it's going to be an uphill battle. And she made a quip. She's like, oh, maybe we all should go to the church and, light a candle. I mean, she's aware of it too. So
let's play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
If by whatever miracle happens, Jeff, and she gets the city council on her side, and that goes to a vote, do you think it passes?
No. I think it'll be close again, though.
So by some miracle, if city council sides with her, they put it back on a ballot by the 17th of August, you don't think it passes? You think they put enough doubt by putting the ballot back on, or putting it back on the ballot, you think there's enough doubt to where they don't pass it?
Yeah, I think so too. I think,
wow.
Also,
it's crazy.
Well, also too, I think time has passed already, and I feel the residents are more educated than they were then about what's going on. So,
but in a good way or bad way? Because if they're more educated, then if you're saying
as far as the money, because there's that money coming from the Texas state, about the improvements. The Spurs are doing their contributions. Bear County City, they're doing their contributions. And then within the Bear County City, it's, the hotel occupancy tax, the car rental taxes, those are going to fund it. As of now, there's no property taxes being levied now. I think maybe businesses, once it's up and running, they'll feel the pinch. But as far as residents are concerned, no, not at all. I'm going to see if I think I got a message here for one of my people close to the situation. I'll leave it at that. Let's see here. Again, the individual, I've got it right here. Or she can tell y'all, I can't tell y'all. But they're telling me that basically most of the money is coming from state money. Again, what you alluded to, that fund there. So
yeah, it's a fund. I mean, that's a problem. I like I said, we're playing devil's advocate. So I look at you when you say that if it goes to another vote, city council, she gets the approval and she gets enough people on city council to put it back on a ballot. I guarantee you she's going to run that that campaign based off of property taxes, Jeff. I can guarantee that's going to be the two words, property taxes. And I know if you said that it would probably fail a vote the second time, the educated / uneducated people, when they hear property taxes, and they're not going to realize that it has nothing to do with Project Marvel, that she's going to run on that because she knows that's the one thing that scares the living daylights out of people, is paying more on your property taxes, thinking that it's going to go towards Project Marvel when it doesn't even affect it.
Yeah,
man. Like,
absolutely.
it's crazy. It's such a crazy situation. I don't even want to be.
And I thought this was over, man. It feels like deja vu all over again. Here we are again. And she has her reasons, why she's doing this, and she's pretty much laid them out. The deficit and the poverty levels and whatnot. But all cities deal with this. Every city deals with this. This is nothing new. This is
So
nothing new.
100%, 100%. This doesn't come out of San Antonio residents' pocket. As of right now, nothing comes out of San Antonio's pocket. So where in the F is she getting the poverty thing from? If no money's coming out of a San Antonio resident's pocket, I mean, you still have the same amount, more or less, in your pocket. So I don't understand where the residents of San Antonio are affected if this is strictly state money. I mean, you can't put this towards roads. You can't put this towards, education or whatever. It's strictly for the entertainment purposes. It's going to go to San Antonio Spurs. That's all it is. Doesn't come out of the residents' pockets at all. So where in her mind, in that little pea-sized brain of hers, does it say that this is going to cause, we have a poverty issue in San Antonio? You're god dang right you have a poverty issue in San Antonio. I know, because I used to live there and I have family that lives there. I see it. But this has nothing to do with poverty. This has nothing to do with anything. She's concerned about San Antonio. Well, figure it out. This isn't money coming out of the residents or out of the budget or anything. Figure it out. That's your job this year.
I think I think her better fight effort right now is with the Texas government, regarding the Texas government wanting to stop CPS from donating to the general fund. And the CPS donations to the general fund is in the millions of dollars. And I think there's some push in the capital right now where they want basically like CPS, utilities like that to stop contributing to a city's general funds. So I think for her, I think if she wants to look good, is to go fight that fight, not this fight. I mean, it's just the worst possible timing to do that. Coming off a finals run for the Spurs, this is over and done with. What are we doing here? We're doing this all over again. So it feels like we're just doing this all over again. That's what it feels like. But I really, I mean, look, I agree. I agree with what JC said in the chat there, where he says there won't be another vote. I agree. I don't see it getting to another vote. And I think it'll stop here. I think this is just her just doing a Hail Mary right now to get her constituents, her fan base, maybe to see like, look, I'm fighting the good fight, everybody. Vote for me down the road. Look, I'm fighting for you. I think that's what it's coming down to. But you know what? There's so many ins and outs of this thing. I mean, we could talk all day about this, but what do y'all think about the mayor, Project Marvel, the revote, the monies? Let Rudy know on X at the Sports Answer. Let me know on X at Jeff G Spurs Zone. I don't know why Rudy just doesn't pay for the arena itself, man. You got enough bucks to do that, buddy.
I actually do have enough to pay for the arena, but Jeff, I'm just enjoying life right now. I'm gonna build my own arena, and if the Spurs want to move there, they have a backup. So you can come where I live, and I'll guarantee you got an arena here. I got plenty of land, so you can definitely make that happen.
Is the arena naming rights gonna go to I don't know, Playboy? That we're gonna have Playboy, Playboy arena?
I mean, whoever the highest bidder is, I'm all for it, man. For a while there, you did email me and said you wanted it to be Jeff Garcia Arena.
I did.
You were gonna.
I did.
you were going to pay me the $675 million price tag I had on that. So
I'll give you a 6-pack. How's that?
that'll do. I'll get you
That'll
with
do.
the J or Reno. I'll give you the first letter.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. When we get back, get into some Spurs news. Wemby is the overwhelming favorite to win the 2026-27 NBA MVP. Buy or sell. Rudy's going to get on that hot seat there.
Yeah.
And then the jersey lineup for the new season has been revealed. Reportedly, if true, we're going to react to that. And let me tell you, I think Rudy's going to be happy with one of them. I have issues with one new one. And then other Spurs news. Well, actually, no, we're going to get some nerd news in a bit. And we're going to talk about action figure. One figure. All right. Let's do that when we get back right here on Spurs in Focus with Mr. Rudy Campos. He is on X at The Sports Answer. I am on X at Jeff G. Spurs Zone.
As your one and only leader, I order you to subscribe to Spurs in Focus. And all hail Cobra!
We got Omega Red making his first appearance here on Spurs in Focus. You see that? He's roping in Megatron in gun form.
He is. And, it's funny you brought up Omega Red. I got a quick question, man. Is Omega Red the most powerful mutant? I've heard that he is.
I think he is, man. I mean, he's a problem. He gives Wolverine a problem. He gives Sabretooth a problem. He gives X-23 a problem. He gives all the... Remember, he's part of the what do you call those the projects, because remember, people think that Wolverine is weapon X is really a 10, is the Roman numeral 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that weapon program, there was 9 of them before Logan, and one of them was or before. The point is, he's part of Omega Red is part of that weapon project. And yeah, he's a problem, man. He's got the strength, he's got the weapons, he's got the mutant ability, he has the cords coming out of his skin to wrap you up, shock you, absorb. He's a problem. He's a problem. But we're going to get some nerd news later on this episode of Spurs in Focus. Oh my God, like they are cooking her, aren't they, Rudy?
Yeah,
She's getting cooked.
I mean, we have to give it applause, man. I would agree with that comment right there. That's for damn sure.
Hey, before we continue, if you're feeling generous tonight, why don't you give us a super chat? You see that little dollar button on your screen there if you're watching on YouTube. Click that. Give us a tip if you feel so inclined to do so. Myself, Rudy, we would appreciate it. Again, it's not necessary, but again, if you're feeling generous, please do that. And again, we'll thank you for that. And your comments get read right away. Rudy makes sure that does happen if you do donate a super chat. All right, Rudy, let's get into some Spurs news. And right off the bat, Victor Wembanyama, surprise, right? Coming off a finals run. The Defensive Player of the Year award, All-Star berth. The list goes on and on. Just a force. Talk about Omega Red being a force. I mean, Wemby is a force too. But the NBA futures are already coming out across several odds makers. And that guy you see on your screen, number one, when it comes to the NBA MVP voting for the 2027 award, Rudy, he's pretty much running away with it. According to Kalshi, they are projecting that Victor Wembanyama is a 34%, like he's going to win it. 34% odds that he's going to win it. He is a plus 194 to get it. Now, who's close by? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 17% probability to win the award. He's a plus 488.
Yeah.
That's a considerable gap, Rudy. Rudy, that is pretty much a landslide. Buy or sell that Victor is going to overwhelmingly win that award.
Golly, you had to put me on this spot, right?
Oh yeah, if I did it, then I'll get a text from Rudy later. I don't even get the fun topics.
Oh no, I always get the fun topics. That's why I get all picked on all the Spurs in Focus comments. I'm gonna buy.
Buy it, okay.
I'm gonna buy it very cautiously, and the reason why I say that is because he needs to play more than 28 minutes a game this season. I don't think he'll have the stats if he only plays 28 minutes a game again. Very dominant player, obviously, but I think that his scoring average probably needs to go up a little bit more. He's got to get more rebounds. He's got to be more dominant all over the game. Not worried about defensively, but there were times in some games where, he didn't have a great night shooting, he didn't he would finish at like 10 points and 10 rebounds. I mean, something really small, which happens from time to time. But I think he's got to hit that 30-31 minute a game
Mhm.
mark is what I think really has to happen. Talking last year, Jeff, that was the reason for his downfall, was because a lot of people that voted said he only played 28 minutes a game, which people didn't realize which is actually good, because you saw him play the 40 plus minutes in, the finals, and then the playoffs 35 plus minutes. So I get why the Spurs didn't play him a whole lot in the regular season, but in order for him to have an MVP season, if he's going to play 28 minutes a game, he's going to have to really do a lot in those 28 minutes. So you're talking maybe raise the scoring average 5-6 points a game,
Mhm.
maybe add additional 3 or 4 rebounds a game. Blocks are great. But yeah, I'm going to buy it, but very cautiously.
Yeah.
I would say, on a scale of 10 being guaranteed, I probably have him at about a 5 right now. Maybe about a
You know,
halfway.
I thought about this, and the team is getting better, and individual players are getting better.
Mhm.
Harper's likely to take a leap. Castle's going to take another leap. Those, especially those two guys. Who knows if De'Aaron Fox, is going to come on strong next season. But the point is this: the team is getting better. Rudy, I think what might hurt him is the team success. Maybe he doesn't need to be all dominant. Be dominant on the defensive end, but maybe he doesn't need to be as dominant on the offensive end because he has so many weapons. Rudy, I think that might hurt him in a good way. And I'm pretty sure, yes, he would love to get the NBA MVP award, but I think he would be okay not getting it and raise the Larry O'Brien. But really, how much do you think that's going to be a factor? The team individually is getting better, and they don't need to rely on him as much.
That's the true thing. I mean, the team's gonna get better, and they're ready. I mean, for all we know, De'Aaron Fox could be, I mean, he could be, 10 times better player. I mean, from last
Mhm.
year. So remember, he's coming off of injuries off that final run. He was a really big time player for the Spurs in that regular season as well. In their run, he played some really big parts in the earlier of the playoffs as well. But you're right. Team success is going to play into a huge factor when it comes to Wemby winning that MVP.
Mhm.
Um, Dylan Harper is going to take a leap.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be honest, Jeff. I mean, I'm not saying he's hit the ceiling, but I don't know if he takes a huge leap forward. Stephon Castle, I think he gets, a little bit better. I think where we see the biggest leap for Stephon Castle is his 3-point shooting is probably going to go up. I think his percentage is going to raise a little bit higher.
I think he gets better and just better poise and game management.
Well, what do you mean by game management? Because
Like, he tends to like force a lot of the action instead of relaxing, instead of starting, let's get the lineup going here. Let's get the set going here.
yeah, I don't see, if you're gonna have the ball in his hand, I still don't think he's ready to handle point guard duties or handle the ball at all. That's where I don't see him taking a leap right there. Everywhere else I can kind of understand it and see it. I think the biggest leap's gonna come from Dylan Harper. I mean, you're gonna see an even, bigger leap from him, but the success of San Antonio. So I think the success is going to hurt him, but it's also going to help him in a sense, because if the Spurs are the number one team in the NBA, they finish the regular season ahead of everybody else. I think that adds an extra, 10, 20 votes for Victor. Because if you think about it, a majority of the time, the MVP comes from a team that, is the number one team overall in the league. I
Mhm.
mean, Shea, last couple of years, Joker as well. So, I mean, he's got the stats for it. I think the success of the team around him is probably going to play a bigger part in it. When it comes to stats, maybe they are even, but if they get to the number one seed and number one overall, that could play a whole lot into the voting. But to be honest, it's going to be between him and Shea.
Yeah.
I don't. I hate to put Joker out of it, but
Well, Joker technically is in the top 5 odds to win it. I mean, they're giving him a 13% chance to win it.
if anybody can overcome it, it could be Joker, especially with the way last season was for him. I
See,
think.
I'm thinking in my dark horse is Tatum.
Ooh,
That's my dark horse. I think my dark horse is Tatum.
I could possibly see that. I could
Yeah.
possibly Tatum.
Yeah.
I'll give you
What about
another
Luka?
one.
You think Luka?
I was going to mention Luka. I think Luka could potentially, but again, we're looking at records. Are any of these guys going to have a better record than San Antonio? Probably not. You know, the Lakers are probably not going to have a better record than San Antonio. The Celtics are going to have a good team. Are they going to get to 55, 58 wins? I don't think that they will. Right now, for me, it's a two-man race. It's Shea and
I
Wemby.
agree with you. Yeah.
I've got Victor kind of in there. I mean, Joker kind of in there in the mix. I don't see anybody else behind. You mentioned Tatum, but I don't even see Tatum having enough to get, into that MVP talk. And again, you see Luka on there. I can vouch for Luka on that. I think with LeBron gone,
Man, he's going to be in
yeah,
a crappy team. He better be putting up numbers.
well, he's going to put up numbers, but it's going to come down to win percentage. I don't think he's going to get that. I mean, if Luka gets the Lakers to 60 wins, I'll be more than happy to glad to give them, the MVP trophy to Luka Doncic because, I mean, hell, that's a okay team, but it's not a 60 win team, and it's not even a 55, 56 win team right now, for what I can tell.
I'm gonna I want to say sell, but I'm not saying sell that he won't win the MVP. Where I think sell that is going to be a lot closer than what people think. Why? Because I think SGA and the Thunder. I mean, it feels like they feel that they lost the series versus the Spurs. Not the Spurs beat them. The health issues, injuries caught up to them. I mean, is Chet still around? I mean, is there an MIA bulletin material? I mean,
they're buying lottery.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's buying lotto tickets. But
so SGA, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm considering this. I don't think SGA. Man, he finishes maybe top 3, maybe even top 4.
I mean, he's won it back-to-back, or this is his first time he won it?
I think it was back-to-back. He's going for his 3rd straight. So I don't see him winning 3 straight. He's not, he's not a Larry Bird. He's not, any, who was the other guy I won it 3 times in a row? Golly, I'm back of my head. Was it Moses? Moses Malone? I think it was Moses Malone. Moses Malone.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Super chat in here. We'll get to the comment here, or my comments in a minute here. It says that thin skinned sapped. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Gotta admire Mayor Gina for her consistency. That is gonna die our ideological hill, and I don't think the West has more than 350 win teams and 260 teams.
Ooh, that's a good question. What do you think? Do you think the West has more than 350 win teams and only 260 win teams? That's a great question, Thin Skin. That's a good point.
I'll say on the 60 win teams, I think we may see 2, but it wouldn't shock me if 1 was a 60 win team. And it's
going to be OKC, right?
Or San Antonio. Well, let me tell you, Jeff, from what OKC has done in the offseason, I don't think they've gotten better at all. In fact, I think they've lost, Isaiah Joe. They traded Lou Dort. I mean, Lou Dort was a starter. I mean, they haven't really replaced them with anybody. You went out and drafted Adai Mara, and he's looked very bad in the summer league. So,
well, Rudy, they have the Wemby stopper now.
Adai Mara, and I mean, he couldn't stop a pillow fight, man. I mean, that's how sloppy he is right now. I mean, I don't think OKC got any better. I would probably put OKC in that 50 win column than I would in the 60 win column. I think the Spurs have a chance to get back to 60 wins, but at the same time, before Tobias Harris, I had him at 58 wins, 57 wins. After Tobias Harris, I think I've got him at the 60, 61 win mark. Everybody else in the West, I don't see it, man. I mean, Minnesota got worse. The Houston Rockets, they don't know what the hell they're doing out there. I mean, there's really nobody in the West. And the only other team could be Denver. Denver could potentially get to 60 wins. They're running it back. They weren't healthy last year. If they stay healthy, they could potentially get to 60 wins. So for me, I think it's Denver and San Antonio, and maybe 2 or 3 other 50-win teams. I mean, OKC would be one of them. After that, you're going to have to help me because the Lakers, maybe, I don't know. Portland, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not very many good teams in the Western Conference.
Oof. Yeah. 260 win teams, I can see that. 350 win teams. Let's see. Who you think? Houston gets one? Houston gets a 51? Houston.
Probably. I mean, Rudy or Ray's in here. He's saying that Minnesota could be
Okay.
a 51 team,
Okay,
but
Houston was a
but
Minnesota.
at what point? I mean, you have LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. I mean, after that, you have nobody. Terrence Shannon's going to be good for them, but I think LaMelo Ball makes them a bad team.
There's no
So
way the Jazz come out of the gates, right?
Jazz could very well be a good team, but I projected the Jazz at 47.
Dark horse could be Portland. Yeah, I agree with you with that. Portland could be the dark horse. John Morant added to their crew, a crew that gave the Spurs the biggest fits if you look overall in the playoff rounds. I can see Portland being 51.
I mean, you're getting Dame Lillard back. You're going to have John Morant. You have
Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant's still there, right?
Believe so. I can't remember offhand, but I know Denny's there.
Denny's there. Yep.
You have Donovan Clingan is still there. So I mean, yeah, Portland could get there, and then also dropped another super chat. He says, I think West have as many 36, 42 teams top heavy, and that's what I'm saying. I think OKC, Denver, and San Antonio are the 3 top teams, and the rest are just going to be vying for positioning.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
I think
the East is going to be a lot more compelling than the West.
Oh God, yes. I mean, I think the East, you've got the Knicks, you've got Boston, who
Miami.
Even though people say they didn't get good, they got good. Miami, you've got Toronto when Indiana gets there. Indiana's getting Halliburton back. You've got the Philadelphia 76ers. The East is looking pretty darn good. The Hornets.
Would you throw Charlotte in there?
Yeah, I would say the Hornets.
Okay.
To me, they got better without LaMelo. Atlanta Hawks got good.
What about your Wizards?
I mean, again, Derek and I talked about it on one of the shows, and we said the Wizards are going to probably end up being a playoff team. I mean, Trae Young and Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Then you go and add AJ DeBonza. Alex Sarr just needs to be, a pass down low. So, I mean, the Wizards have an opportunity to even make noise. So, I think the East is going to be more. It's going to be fun to watch the East. The West is going to be really top heavy.
Yeah, thank you, Thin Skin, for that $2 super chat. But yeah, I think the West is going to be top heavy, and then the rest is just going to be buying. It's going to be who wants to have a date in the first round with either the Thunder or the Spurs, basically. But it's going to be to that. And remember, no tanking rules next year, right? The no tanking rules start next year.
Can't tank. And that's the thing is that if
tank.
You are the worst team in the league, you get the worst chances at the number 1 pick. So, I don't know who the genius was that came up with that, but. Lo and behold, what is that that movie Role Model? Is that what it is, Jeff? Where he says, would you like, I'd like a large coffee, and he says, oh, that would be a venti. He goes, no, venti means 20, and and all that other stuff. But at the end he says, congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages. That's kind of the way I feel about the NBA tanking rules. Like, congratulations, you're just stupid all over around.
Yeah, we got another super chat.
Yep, Thin is back in here. He says, that being said, I don't even see 160 win team in the East as many 48 55s. You will go 42 plus wins and not make the play. That is huge. And I'm so glad Thin said that, because the East, I don't even know if I see a 60 win team in the East. Maybe Detroit. Well, Philly could be, but remember, you're one Joel Embiid injury that's more than likely going to happen away from being a normal 55, 54 win team. I mean,
if the Pistons lose Duran, that hurts them.
No, I mean, right now the Pistons are even a 50-win team.
I talking about getting to a 60-win.
Yeah, I'm saying the Pistons were a 60-win team last year, but I don't even think they get to 60 wins this season. I mean,
dang.
There's really the Knicks got bad in a sense because they lost 2 of their front court guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Boston, they got Paul George, but if you get a healthy Paul George, they could scratch 60 wins. I could see Boston scratching 60 wins.
Toronto, if they get Kawhi,
Toronto,
the whole thing goes through.
Toronto could definitely be up there, but I don't know how many games is Kawhi going to play. But we're not even talking about Cleveland. Cleveland has a stacked squad. So, I mean, the Cavaliers are another team. So, I don't even think we see one 60-win team in the East.
I like what Ray said right now. Well, the Philly has Don Barlow, so they're good. Well, hey, look, Dom did play really well last year. I think he did really good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I see Spurs Ann is in here. Welcome, Spurs Ann.
Watching the Aces in overtime. Hey, how you doing?
She's very active on the comment section on the YouTube page. We appreciate that, Spurs Ann.
Oh, yeah. Always love
very
it.
active on that. But going back to what Thinskin said in his recent super chat, I think for me, the more 48 to 55 plus teams is because they're just beating each other up so bad.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a gauntlet for the East right there. Hey, I think we got off track here regarding back to Victor Wembanyama and
good topic,
his MVP odds. I'm going to sell in the sense it's not going to be overwhelming like this, as you see on your screen right now. I think he and Shea are going to battle it out to the bitter end. I just don't, especially look, if the Thunder come out hot like they did last year, which I don't think they will, but if they do, I think the Spurs are going to be the one coming out of the gates hot. Like, oh my God, I think this is going to be the narrative to start the season. Oh my God, how do you stop this team? They are so good. They are so good.
Yeah.
Very similar to what the Thunder went through last year when they came out of the gates hot. So, but I think it's an even out as it always does every season in NBA history. It'll even out. And I think you'll see the battle again between OKC and the Spurs, not just for the West supremacy, but the individual honors such as, coach of the year and coach of the month and NBA MVP and whatnot. But you're right. I didn't think about that. The Thunder did lose a lot, man. They I think they lost their heart and soul with Lou Dort.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that Lou Dort was more of their enforcer for anything. And I mean, I don't necessarily did they get better. I don't think they did. I mean,
by the way, I want to go back to that Toronto comment from Thinskin real fast. You can put it on the screen there, Rudy.
Sure.
That's a good point there. Look, let's just project that he gets suspended for 30 games. But I think that's going to help them because that's time for him to relax and rest up and not be injury.
There's those 30 games that he misses during the regular season. So,
oh my God, Ray, you're really gonna tempt fate with a 70-win projection?
Never.
Ain't no way.
No
way.
I was on record, I think, saying I don't think we'll ever see another 70-win team unless they get. Unless a team gets.
They're the closest they can make it. Oh, how about no?
What year? No, God, no. Philadelphia cannot get to 70 wins. There's no way.
We're playing the East, which is loaded now, so never mind.
Yeah, no. The Philadelphia 76ers, the problem with Philadelphia is you've got Jaylen Brown there now. He's going to take shots away from Tyrese Maxey, who was your main guy. Joel Embiid, when he plays, is going to want the ball, so the ball's going to be stale with Joel Embiid. Yeah. LeBron James, he's going to have his shine sometime in Philadelphia. So, there's going to be a lot of mouths to feed in Philadelphia. It's not going to work on most nights, so that's why I don't see them, getting to 70 wins. Spurs getting to 70 wins. I don't think it happens this year.
Yeah.
If it does happen,
I thought the Thunder were going to do it last year. I was like, oh my God, this Thunder team's in a wreck shop. And they kind of, right when SGA got hurt, that was over.
Yeah. There's the,
yeah.
I think so the Spurs do win 70 games, mark it down. I think it'd be next season, not this season.
Next season. By the way, Ray was our fill-in host. I think on Monday or this weekend here at Spurs in Focus there. We had the question to him, and I ask you, really, before we go to our next topic here, if you give us like your one quick take is Bleacher Report put out their list of the overrated players in the NBA. De'Aaron Fox landed at number 8, buy or sell. That he's overrated.
I'll sell that.
Yeah, we sold it. We think the overrated label was just too harsh.
He's only overrated because of what he did in the finals. I mean, they're basing it off of what he did at the NBA Finals. Well, if that's the case, okay, so Stephon Castle could have been overrated in that whole thing. Keldon Johnson, this should have been top 10.
Victor could have been overrated.
I was just about to say Wemby could have been overrated. So if you're basing it off of what he did in the NBA Finals, that's dumb right there. Look what he did in the regular season. Look what he's done for the Spurs. If not for him being alongside Victor Wembanyama as well as Stephon Castle, the Spurs aren't getting to 60 wins. And people can say, well, Dylan Harper. everybody knows, if you listen to this show and you listen to the other shows that I do, I am a massive fan of Dylan Harper, and I've called it out for years already before he was with the Spurs, but you didn't really see him hit his stride till playoff time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so De'Aaron Fox is a big reason why the Spurs got to 60 wins this past season. He is not overrated at all. People base it off of the contract, and then
And that's what they're also basing it off of the contract.
contract. Oh, okay, yeah, and then they base it
Minimal
off
production
performance.
for what he's getting paid. Well, you know what I mean? Not minimal, but
And
it's
that's,
the output doesn't match the pay grade.
that's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard, man.
That was Bleacher Report's biggest argument. That
Well,
the
it's
stats
Bleacher
don't matter.
Report. I don't know
Yeah,
whenever
but
Bleacher
really-
Report's been
yeah.
ever been good, man. Every now and then they're good, but they haven't been good for a while.
All right, we got off track a little bit, everybody. But circling back to this segment's topic is, y'all saw. I'll put it on your screen one more time here, so y'all can enjoy. Do you buy or sell that Wemby is going to be the overwhelming favorite for the NBA MVP next season? You see that on your screen right now. We got 31% to win it. To Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 17%. Let us know what you think on X at the Sports Answer. That's for Rudy. And then for myself at Jeff G Spurs. And of course, leave a comment on the YouTube page right now. Let us know if you buy or sell that Victor's going to win by practically a landslide. That's going to mean he's going to dominate. And there's a big criteria to win by a landslide with the voters.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think. All right. Let's get some more Spurs news. And to make this very clear real fast, the NBA nor the Spurs have officially announced the jersey lineup for the 26-27 season. However, there's an individual on social media, I think he goes by the name of Casey Vitelli, if I get that right. He's been really spot on about showing images, leaking the New Jersey lineups for years now. And 9 out of 10 times he's 100% accurate. I feel like feels like I just did the Sex Panther scene from Anchorman. 50% of the time it works every time. 90% of the time he's 100% of the time. But let's go put it on your screen. Okay, these are the reported New Jersey lineups. Now, before hitting your screen, you're going to see the usual suspects: the white association jersey and the icon black edition jersey. Also by the Fiesta jersey, the city edition, that's coming back. But y'all knew that. But there's 2 new additions. I know Rudy's gonna like one. He's gonna love it. I have issue with another one. Let's go put your screen, everybody. And there you have it. That is the reported New Jersey lineup for your Spurs next season. As I said, the standard white one's there, the black one's there, and the Fiesta edition jerseys there. First of all, I'm glad they didn't do away with the city edition jersey. Thank you for not getting away with that. But Rudy, let's start off with the one on the far right, the throwback ABA Spurs gray jersey is making its return for the first time. Rudy, I've been wanting this one. No, actually, I take it back. This has been second on my list. I still want the all-white one. We're not getting the all-white one. We're getting the all-gray one. George Karl, there's a big famous picture of him wearing it. You want to go to Spurs in Focus right now on the Substack. You'll see a picture of George Karl wearing that exact same jersey on your screen on the far right. What do you think about the latest throwback jersey to make its return, Rudy?
100% love it. I mean, throwback to the old days of the San Antonio Spurs, the early years. I'm loving it. I really am loving it, and I hope it's a jersey that they bring back, yearly. And what I really love about it is now, because it's going to be a part of the jersey lineup.
Yeah,
I can go on NBA.com and customize jerseys now. So I can go get me, a Larry Keenan, a Mike Gale. I can go and get me one of these jerseys and not have to worry about, well, I need it to look like this. No, man, I'm going to go and get that there. George Gervin, number 44 would be really good right now. So I 100% love that jersey. Thank you for bringing that one back.
Yeah. Now you see the one again. That's the middle one. It's in between the all black and the Fiesta jersey. That all gray one with the little San Antonio spelled out. I have issue with it because do we really need to have 2 gray jerseys? Do you think it's kind of redundant? I know one's a throwback gray, then you have a one lighter gray, but I think they could have done better with that alt jersey there. It feels like just another of the association and the icon edition. Like it's just another one. I like the flair of the throwback jersey, the number offset. It looks like even the font of the word Spurs on the jersey, it looks like an ABA throwback there. Like something about that middle gray one, Rudy. Oh, I see we have a super chat, so we'll get to that quick.
Yeah, I'll bring up the super chat here. Skin is in here, and he says Wemby might start the preseason the top MVP favorite, but he's not going to put up 30 points a game with the Spurs. Spurs haven't had a 3-point scorer since Ice, not even David, and voters love points. And he makes a good point, and that goes back to what I had said earlier, Jeff, is he's got to play more than 28 minutes because those stats got to go up in order for him to be considered, MVP for the season. So if he's playing 32 to 35 minutes a game and he's not getting injured, he's consistently in the lineup and he's putting up, some good points, then yeah. But to be fair for Skin, let's take this for a fact, he could average 30 easily. And I'm going to say he could average 35 easily if he stays in the paint. You've heard so many guys recently on
Al Gasol said it recently.
Pau Gasol, as most recently as Pau Gasol said it, he would be a dominant player if he stayed in the paint and didn't take so many jump shots.
Yeah.
I mean, you're that tall for a reason, man. You don't have to look cool like Steph Curry and jack up threes or anything like that. You're back to the basket. You dominate there. Nobody can stop you. So that's me. If he wants to average 30, he's going to have more points in the paint than everything. But what do you think on the on Skin's comment there?
And pretty much what I said also, Thin Skin there earlier. I think because the Spurs have so many weapons offensively and voters love scoring, I think he won't win by a landslide, as we all saw a little while ago with the Kalshi projections. Again, 34% to win it next to Shea's 14%. That's a massive gap there. I mean, yeah, he would have to average about 30 points a game, doing his blocks that he always does great, double figure rebounding, the Spurs minimal losses. I mean, it'll be a lot for him to do. And not that I say he can't do it, but again, the makeup of the team is so loaded, thin-skinned, that I think it backfires on him in a good way. He'll rack up the wins. He'll be one of the best teams in the NBA. But I think when the voters get to it, they'll be like, well, they didn't need him as much offensively. They had Castle. They had this guy. So I think that'll hurt him. But it's a good point, though. Yeah.
Let me ask you this on the same topic there, because maybe this will make you think a little bit more on it. Say he has similar stats. Say he averages 26 points a game, which is a point up from last year. Averages 12 rebounds a game, which is a half more rebound. Still averages just 3 blocks a game. Shoots about, say he's shooting about 49, 50% from the field. Say he has the exact same stats, but the Spurs are the only team to get to 60 wins. Is that enough to give him MVP? Number 1 seed overall.
I think so. I think that'll do it.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
So again, it's that's the thing. But they had a problem with him playing, under 30 minutes last year. I think if he gets to 30 minutes, 32 minutes a game, puts up a few better stats from in there. But if the Spurs have the best record overall, I think he gets the MVP regardless.
And who knows if they front load his load management? Because remember, he's playing with Team France this month, and then right into training camp.
He plays no preseason games. Are we safe to say that he's probably not going to play any preseason games?
Yeah, maybe the last one.
Maybe like a quarter, or maybe 10 minutes total.
Yeah.
I don't think I wouldn't want him to do preseason. That's a good point there, Thin Skin. By the way, we appreciate the super chat. Let's go back to the topic here of the jerseys there. Put it back on your screen there. Again, going back to that middle gray one there, it just feels like it's just too much gray. Like you already have the gray alt throwback jersey. Do we need another gray one? Do we need another gray one? I mean, was that designed by Mayor Ortiz? It's terrible. All right. Just asking everybody. I'm just asking. Would you be okay with a throwback Spurs camo jersey? No, absolutely. You would not, even just for the nostalgia of it? I didn't like this. Is the one I want. I want the Chaparral's jersey back. They did it one year, didn't they? They brought back the Chaparral. It was like it literally said the word Chaps on it, right? Yeah, I would kill to have the Chaparral's jersey back, but the camo, no, dude. You wouldn't want that one back? Just for nostalgia, just for fun? The camo was okay, but I think it could have been designed better. I really think it could have been designed a lot better. Oh, I agree with Ray on the comment. Ray is 100% correct. The NBA should make Christmas jerseys. Jerseys were good, yeah. They definitely, every time your team plays on Christmas, they should make a special edition Christmas jersey. By the way, why is Ray looking like he's all spiffy in his picture there? Look at that. He's literally on the red carpet. Well, that's what happens when you get invited to Spurs in Focus. That's right. I mean, you get all this photography.
I
and,
think
you know,
he was getting ready for a
awesome
date
fun.
with Selma Hayek. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
They're calling about the cream colored Xmas jerseys. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, those were good. Yeah, but
July says no camos. They were the absolute worst. Yeah, I didn't feel the camos at all. I didn't feel the camo jerseys at all.
oh yeah, what about those sherbet ones? That remember the sherbet looking color ones back a couple years ago?
I do remember those.
Yeah.
The 100% teal, pink, and orange. The dolphin. They almost look like Dolphins jerseys. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what. I'm glad that they don't have Mark Cuban as their owner, because remember when Dallas wore those trash bag uniforms for one game, and
It was like
he
metallic
basically-
or something.
I don't remember what they were.
They were
but
like
looked
metallic color.
trash bags, man.
Yeah.
That was
They like
that was-
Mylar balloons.
Yeah, yeah, man. Too much.
But what are your thoughts about the gray jersey though? I just take an issue because I think it's just too too bland.
It's bland. I'm okay with it though. I'm not opposed to it. I think they could have done a lot better than the middle gray jersey.
Yeah.
So put it this way.
Hey Rudy, how come the middle gray one has the Jordan logo on it? And
That's what I noticed. I noticed it had the Jordan logo, so it's definitely going to be a Nike exclusive. But let me tell you this: does it make any difference for you if that middle jersey was in white?
I'll be okay with it. I think that's a good.
I think it's the color scheme.
It's the color that's throwing me off.
I think it would look amazing if it was
Make it
white or black. If you want to make a black with the white,
fine.
letters.
Make it black. Yeah, it's just the gray. The gray is just too drab.
Okay. See,
For me.
I'm telling you, you and I need to email the Spurs and tell them, hey,
Yeah.
you know, the people have spoken, and Jeff and I have spoken. You need to change that to a white colored jersey there.
We got here Perry Perez. Welcome, Perry.
Yeah.
Says,
Hit on the
sorry,
podcast.
guys. Yeah, that's all right. Hey, as long as you're here, you came at the right time because we're talking about jerseys and we're gonna get a little nerdy, talk action figure in a bit. So there it is. What is Spurs Ant saying here?
This one is a statement jersey. Well, they made a statement.
Well,
with
that's
a
a
terrible,
statement, man.
That's a terrible looking
That's a
jersey.
like a Psy jersey, SIGH.
The Dallas
Yeah.
Devo jerseys. I can see Mark in the 80. Yeah. Yeah. Remember the Devo Whip It Good, that band.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
They wore that same type of material. That was terrible, that jersey.
That was terrible.
They were 100% 80s new wave. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, remember when the NBA tried to do the short sleeve jerseys?
Oh God. Yes, I remember that. I think I had the Toronto Raptors because my Vince Carter had longer sleeves than normal. So you know what? I still have that jersey. If you give me a second, I think I have it right next to me.
All right. I'll leave the image on so you
Hold
can
on.
get off your thing there. But yeah, what do y'all, while Rudy's doing that right now, leave your comments right now in the comment section. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's a little too gray, that Jordan Nike edition jersey? I just feel like the throwback jersey is dominant gray. Y'all can see in your screen right there. I think that's perfect. Goes with the vibe. But that middle jersey is throwing me off. And I'm glad they're keeping with the Fiesta jersey. That has been the best City Edition Fiesta jersey since they brought them back. Is the best one of all of them. Yes, even over the Bill Miller one. The Bill Miller one, I don't know why they did that. I remember why. That was for the Hemisphere tribute. But the Bill Miller one was just atrocious there. But the Los jerseys, yeah, Ray. The Los jerseys were good. I did like them. I don't think they do that anymore in the NBA, do they? I think I haven't seen the Spurs wore those Spurs jerseys.
I couldn't find it. So
It's all right. It's all right.
What?
Hey, Ray brought up a good point. What about the Los jerseys? Remember
The Los jersey. Oh yeah.
or Los Spurs?
But I will say this. This was my favorite jersey, and the Spurs actually sent me this jersey.
Mhm.
They said you can customize the jersey, and I did. But remember the old
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, those Sherbert
Yeah.
looking ones. Yeah,
Sherbert?
this is it.
This is definitely one. This is a shout out because I ended up getting James Silas as the custom on it. So shout out to James Silas on that. But yeah, this is the one that I think should have been a staple for every single season. This is, I think, out of the regular white and black jerseys, this is probably my favorite jersey.
I still want the all white ABA jerseys to come back. Those have not come
Well, yeah, those need to come back, but they need to
Those
bring
need to
back
be
these
ABA.
Sherbert ones. The Sherbert
Yeah.
ones were the best.
Once again, the Spurs nor the NBA has officially said anything about a jersey lineup. Again, these are reportedly the new jerseys. Again, but however, the source, Casey Vitelli on X, has been really, really good. Or years from now, years. Just hey, these are it, these are it, these are it, and more often than not, they're it. But what do y'all think about the new Spurs jersey lineup for the new season? Let Rudy know on X at the Sports Answer. Let me know on X at Jeff G Spurs Zone. We'd love to see those comments. And again, if you're feeling generous like Thin Skin has been, leave us a super chat. We would definitely appreciate it. It helps us out here. Helps Rudy buy M&Ms because he loves M&Ms. How many bags of M&Ms can you eat in one sitting?
I used to be able to eat 2, but
I can eat the shareable bag like nons. I like somebody has to rip it from my hands, or else I'll destroy it and then be sick all night. But again, hey, if you're feeling generous, there's a little $ button at the end of your chat screen right now. Click on that. We would appreciate it. All right, time to get nerdy, everybody, and we're going to be talking action figure, singular, not plural, figure. And yes, it is Spurs related. So let's get a little nerdy now. All right, it's time to get nerdy here on Spurs in Focus, and we have a Spurs tie-in. Now, one of our guys who helps behind the scenes, Rhino 10 on X, he creates action figure scenes for Spurs in Focus. Y'all saw. McFarlane. Remember back in the day, McFarlane sports figures? I mean, they were the rage. Hockey, baseball, football. I remember I had the Barry Sanders one. I had the Emmitt Smith one. I had the David Robinson one. And then you had the action line. Remember that the infamous one where Robinson went up for a rebound? He's kind of tilted like this. And yeah. Well, McFarlane Toys is bringing back their sports lineup. And I had a chance to hit up one of the comic book stores here in San Antonio, the largest in Texas, by the way. Heroes and Fantasies Rudy is the largest comic book store in Texas.
Yeah,
Texas. So I ended up going there, and Rudy, I'm cutting across the aisles. I'm looking in the glass cases, and I do a double take. I'm like, wait a minute, was that a McFarlane figure with a familiar Spurs jersey? So I go back, and sure enough, it was somehow, some way, Heroes of Fantasy. They got a hold of an early figure of the new David Robinson. I'm sorry, the new Victor Wembanyama action figure coming out from McFarlane. Now they're not coming out until September, but again, Heroes of Fantasy got it. Well, I posted it on X, Rudy, and I'm thinking, all right, Spurs fans, have at this one. And oh my God, Rudy, it's getting clowned on. You want to see it?
I want to see it. It should.
It's bad. I mean, do we want to torment the watchers and the listeners right now?
Sure.
By the way, thank you, Spurs, and for those 100 jewels. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that, Spurs.
Well, that donation right now of jewels is going to really help us right now, because brace yourself, everybody. This is the September 2026 reveal. Yes, a month ahead of the new Victor Wembanyama action figure from McFarlane Sports. And here we go, Rudy. Wrong one. Kidding, everybody.
Yeah, you're trying to do the drum roll or something.
I do the drum roll. Yeah, no. Here we go. There it is. Oh, my God, Rudy. There it is. Are you sure that's Wemby?
Is that Wemby? That is not Wemby. I mean,
goodness gracious.
That is the worst McFarlane I think I've ever seen. I mean, I'm still trying to picture that. That looks more like Tobias Harris than it does Victor Wembanyama.
By the way, when did Wemby start taking steroids?
Well, exactly. I mean, that's terrible, dude. That's a horrible Victor. McFarlane should be ashamed of itself for putting something like that out there.
And look at his face. It looks like Tobias Harris, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't.
That looks like Tobias Harris. That's not Wemby.
That is. Are we sure that's even this isn't a prototype? I mean, no. This has to be.
That's the McFarlane Sports line. Somehow, Heroes of Fantasy got it before the September release, and there it is.
Jeff, somebody had to do this on a 3D printer. There's no way McFarlane sucks that bad. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, they've been slacking lately in other lines. I think. By the way, the guy I mentioned right now, Rhino 210, he is here. Rhino, you do the graphics, the That's
He's
Rhino
saying
right
good.
there.
Yeah, he's saying
Yeah,
good.
Rhino, you do the action figure graphic for Spurs in Focus. Let us know what you think right now. There he is right there. If all players get wrong. By the way, he brings up a good point. I don't think I've ever seen an accurate looking Wemby figure at all. The closest I've seen one is locally. There's a local custom miser of action figures, but as far as the bigger brands, like Hasbro or McFarlane or whatnot, NECA, you don't see like they have issues trying to capture his look. I mean, hell, I think the Funko Pop looks more like Wemby than this figure is here.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I would say so. This is horrible, man. I mean, if you're gonna go out and spend what $29.99 or whatever they cost,
Yeah.
just save your money. I mean, if you want, wipe your butt with it and flush it down the toilet because you're gonna get more use out of that than you are with this Wemby.
Well, the question I have about this, Rudy, is you see the sculpt. The sculpt is horrible. That's not Wemby. He's not jacked like that. He doesn't have tree trunk legs as you see on your screen there. And I don't think he has a kind of a little mini fro. He doesn't have one. He's like real short hair or he goes bald. All right. But Rudy, you see the figure, how buff he is. How long is it when they were scanning your body to duplicate your body onto this Wemby action figure? How long did that process take? Because you're pretty jacked like this figure here.
Well, shout out to the Comic Cons that you do. They have a little thing where they do your own statue if you go in that little trailer. It literally took them about 3 hours to get my stature onto a figure because it's just they have to go inch by inch, man. I'm sorry. So but I mean, everybody's right. You said it. David Robinson's arms, I mean,
yeah, he has Tim Duncan legs.
Well, no, he's got like Yao Ming legs, man.
Or Yao Ming, sure, yeah.
I mean, then I don't get how this is a Wembanyama jersey. I mean, it looks.
That's the figure. That's the somebody even asked me, like, are you sure that's McFarlane? Yeah. Look at the stamp at the upper left corner. Like, that's McFarlane Sports.
I see the McFarlane, but that's what I'm saying. Are you sure Heroes and Fantasies wasn't like, goofing on everybody or trying to play everybody? Because
if you want to, if you don't believe me, everybody, you don't believe me. It's actually, you could pre-order it right now on Amazon. It's the exact same figure. They got a hold of it before the release of September. By the way, it's about $26 if y'all want to spend that kind of cash on this Wemby action figure.
You are 100% right. I'm on the McFarlane website and I looked at it, and that is exactly what they're selling. This is the worst McFarlane I've ever seen.
It's horrible, dude.
If I'm Victor Wembanyama, I'm suing McFarlane for this right here.
Maybe it's the budget action figure line, but I don't think so. They're like $26 for that.
Yeah.
Oh, but Rudy, the basketball is magnetic, so it'll stick on the Wemby's quote unquote hand.
Who cares?
So that's the selling point there. That it's a magnetic ball, and he can.
But we're not buying a figure for a ball. You're buying the figure for the player. So I can care less. You could have made the ball a WNBA ball. I wouldn't care as long as you got, Victor's, look right and everything. It's terrible, man. I mean, it's
Spurzan brought up a good point. What if it's a manufacturer defect?
Could be, but
no, it's not, because you verified it right now on the website.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Literally, I'm on the McFarlane website, and I am on Victor. And I mean, if you want, I can probably share.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just so we can compare.
So you guys can see.
Again, I wasn't duped. I saw it, and when I was at Heroes of Fantasy in San Antonio, I said I got to take a picture of it because that's not a Wemby. And I fed this to the dogs, aka Spurs fandom. There it is.
I mean, that is terrible, Jeff. I mean,
first of all, you got to make him thinner. You got to make him thinner. You got to get rid of that little mini fro. That he doesn't have a mini fro. He's definitely doesn't have tree trunk legs.
No.
Yeah.
Carter Bryant. Probably. July says Carter Bryant. Like, yeah. I mean,
it does look like Carter Bryant.
I can see Carter Bryant in this. I definitely.
Carter Bryant with a little mini mustache.
But I mean,
oh, look at that. Good Lord.
This is horrid.
Yeah, that's horrible. Look at how the shoulder is set too. Like it's synced. Like
it's like
he's never worked out his traps. He just worked out his delts.
But even this part right here, like
oh yeah, the joints are terrible.
That you couldn't do a better job than that. Oh my God, man, this is bad. I mean, when I first saw it right now, I'm like, this is like a 90s basketball sitcom type of player, that you would see in the
Rhino, I see
90s.
you in the chat right now. You're the action figure guy for us here at Spurs in Focus. What do you think, man? What do you think?
Just
Yeah,
pray we
Kung
get a
Fu
season
Grip,
2.
Spurs and Kung Fu Grip.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Oh yeah. See, I wasn't duped. Everybody thought I was joking with everybody. Are you sure that's really the McFarlane one? No, that's it. That's it.
I'm
Yeah, what's the price point on McFarlane for this?
I don't know if
Does
it has.
Does it have it? Amazon has it as $26.99.
Okay, so if it's on Amazon at 26, and yeah, it's 20. It'll be about 26.
Oh my God, Wemby Calrissian. Yeah, it's Wemby Calrissian.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what? You could probably make a good Lando figure out of this.
Yeah.
I think you could. You just throw a cape on that.
With
the blue,
with the super chat money coming in, Jeff, I think we can go buy one.
Thin skin. You
dress
think you
it.
may give us some money to get to customize this one here.
Just go get it, and then we'll put a Lando costume on him and see how it looks. But
yeah,
outside of that, I mean, let's just call it what it is. This is probably the worst.
It's trash.
Action figure that we'll ever get out of McFarlane, man.
Absolutely. All right, Rudy. Let's get away from this nerd action figure segment here and get into the chat. What are everybody's talking about over at the Spurs in Focus chat?
Thomas was in here earlier. Says go Spurs go. We talked about Rapid saying that Mayor Ortiz was talking about the MVP, and it's funny because I brought this back up and I saw that one of your posts, Jeff, was talking about a resident in one of these in the meeting was basically saying that she agreed with Mayor Ortiz and that she felt like San Antonio City Council was buddy with the San Antonio Spurs and it's going to be I think you're right. Just hearing that comment alone, if she somehow gets us to another vote, it probably may be a lot harder to pass the second time around. So appreciate that comment. The elder, JC's talking about the elders. Yeah, that's really
the elders. Yep.
Council is confident as far as it goes.
Council
it's
doesn't
not
really
going to
go farther than her little rambling on right now.
They want to recall Mayor Ortiz.
I've been seeing that a lot too.
Should we have these events in the Alamo Dome? I'm not sure what events, but
yeah,
I'm not sure. We talked about the NBA Finals. 7.5 million against Spurs, 2%. She's not against sports. She's against everyone. She's against anyone else having the spotlight. She had no problem taking tickets or going on inside the NBA. Yeah,
right.
That's
you go to the finals.
CBA is 75 million over 20 years. There won't be another pressure.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a vote, JC. Yeah.
So what if you get Wemby to come out and say vote yes for the arena if there is another vote?
Yeah, I see the lure of that, but I don't know. Do you really want to get the players involved in politics? No.
Do you think it helps?
It helps. I think if they're asked, I've been in conferences with the Spurs where they've been asked about Prop A, Prop B back in early in the season. They addressed it, so I think they're okay at answering questions.
So this is on the MVP talk. July says voter fatigue says Shea stands no chance in winning for the third straight time. Someone else will win. So yeah, I don't. That's why I said I think Shea falls like top 4. I think maybe 3 or 4 in the voting this year. I could even see a guy like Donovan Mitchell get more love than Shea Gilchrist-Alexander. Ray was saying the Wolves are going to be a 50-win team. Portland might be a dark horse. I could buy that. Do they trade one of the guards from Minnesota, or do they? I don't know what we're talking about here.
No, I don't think they do. No,
I don't think we see any more trades. Steph Curry is the only other guard that I could see on the move. Atlanta being a top team was watching the Aces. I think the Aces won on a buzzer beater. We are talking about Philly Spurs legend Don
Barlow. Yes, Don Barlow. Undrafted Don Barlow.
Chance of 70 wins.
And we're gonna add on Ray.
Philadelphia has too many chefs in the kitchen. That's what we were saying. Overrated. Based on Fox contract, see how he's overrated, but I still sell. He's not overrated. Only overrated is the contract.
No, Rudy, you love that contract talk.
I know, but it's what he's earned, man. He's earned it. So we are pretending LeBron isn't trying to get. God, I love this because this is actually a topic for myself and Derek. Yeah, LeBron is in Philadelphia. I told Derek off air one time recently. I said, "Hey, I bet you anything Joel Embiid doesn't make it to the end of the season. I think he gets dealt. So keep that in mind. I love that comment. Definitely think that might happen. I do think the Spurs didn't expect to get the number 2 pick, and they paid Fox.
I think that kind of threw things off. Yep.
They figured Fox was the man for forever, but then you got Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
Buy or sell Wemby, landslide MVP. I'll hold, but do think he has a good chance though. I think.
But see, I'm not saying that he doesn't have a chance to win it. I just think by a landslide.
Landslide.
You have to put up some ungodly numbers for an entire season and play the bulk of the season.
Plus, you got to be successful. I think, Russell Westbrook was the last guy to have an MVP season. I don't think they made the playoffs either, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, so he averaged a triple-double, Rudy. That was good enough.
Yeah, it's Russell Westbrook. I mean, give me a break.
Did you see the report that an anonymous GM said that no team wants him anymore? Like, he's just pretty much...
I wish the GM would just come out and say his name, because it's true. If you're a true, NBA fan and NBA guy that follows it, nobody wants Russell Westbrook. You're not successful if you have Russell Westbrook on the team. I love the silver and white jerseys, letters and numbers in silver. Thankful to Bill Miller's uniforms.
UPS uniforms. UPS uniforms.
Yeah, the Bill Miller UPS. Yeah, I feel like Spurs are limited with colors. I think that's why everyone loves the Fiesta ones, because there's more to the black and silver.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs definitely have just basic colors, black, white, silver, and that's about it.
Yeah, I would be surprised. Would it be surprised if Wemby doesn't average 10 rebounds a games next year, more assists?
I'm really surprised he doesn't really dominate the boards. I really thought he would.
He should be around 14, 15 boards a game. I don't know why he's not. If Tobias is starting and Reed getting Minnesota Wemby isn't even minutes. Yeah. Wemby isn't even getting caroms like last year.
Oh, I think just crumbs. Just crumbs, I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Okay.
Bring back the show.
Yeah, I really want to see that coming back.
Yeah, we got all these comments in here. Yeah, the two. I just showed you that part right there. The breakdown. What else do we got here?
Thank you for that, Barry Perry's.
Should the low Spurs
jerseys? Yep.
Coming back. My vote is the silver letters and the numbers.
Yep, Spurs in.
With y'all 100%. All the grays look like good with blue jeans. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Spurs have always been a fashion show right now.
White Fiesta has got the Primo rookie jersey, and the rest. Yeah, we don't talk about Josh Primo too much around here. Skin says, I only eat the brown M&Ms. I do it for a job for rock band writers. They send me bags of M&Ms, and I get all the brown ones. Which color do you take, Jeff?
I like the yellows.
Yellows. Hey, Jeff, are you privy to any weird con writers? You host so many, like Stranger Things cast, only one.
Oh, stuff like that. Let me see. Yeah. I get texts from the con organizers, and they'll say, "Hey, we gave your number to people that are in charge of the talent. They're gonna get a hold of you." So I've gotten requests to not bring up where a person is from. So, just for an example, if the person's from Russia, don't bring it up.
Yeah,
I've got people. I got asked to don't bring up about accents. Like somebody has an accent, don't bring it up. I've been asked to. Actually, I've been asked to minimize my time and literally exit off the stage within about 5 minutes because the individual wants the spotlight completely to themselves. I've had that before. What else have I gotten? As far as weird requests, I had an actor, not to me, but to the organizer of a con. I'm not kidding you guys. Request a shuttle ride from the panel room in Henry B. Convention Center down one flight to go back to their panel, their desk, autograph desk, any desk, when it was just one elevator ride down. I've had that ridiculous request before.
I will always say the biggest memory I have, and I can tell his name because you and I have talked on the air about it, was the very first time you met Johnny Youngbosch. I remember you were like, man, he was real weird, and it was kind of
rough. Popovich with me. He was basically Popovich with me.
Yeah, I remember that too, because that was the first con I think you had ever hosted. And now after that, every time Johnny's in town, best of friends, him and Jeff all the time.
Yeah.
Says, what is that according to the Wemby thing? I want my money back. I haven't even bought it. Even the toy looks like I don't want to be there.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it has that real solemn look. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it says those are Robinson's biceps. Even
Yes,
the
man.
Funko Wemby is bad. Not even 7'4", unless they're thinking he's bulking this upcoming
By the
season.
way, how come they never made Funko's never made a giant size pop of Wemby? That makes sense.
That would make a whole lot
Yeah.
more sense. If he somehow signs it, how much value you think
Oh,
goes in?
through the roof. Forget about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of other comments that just came in. We'll get to those right now. Says no, dude, I just can't. It's all legit. It's close to
That's
$100
the
to get
guy who
some
makes
but
those look action figure Spurs.
yeah, this wasn't San Antonio. It would be at Ross in no time. It's probably
No,
going to be at
it'll be in
Ross.
Ross fast. Yes, it will be in Ross.
I don't do any of these things, but by any chance, do they get the approval of the NBA player before it comes out?
No, I don't
I
think
would,
so. I think that's
I would hope so. I mean, you don't. I mean, that's crazy if you don't get an approval by at least a player. Wemby needs 5 MVPs like Asia Wilson. I don't
Mm,
think he gets
I
5.
don't think he gets 5. I think he gets 2.
3. I'll give him 3.
I give him 2.
2. I'll give him 3. The Wemby figure being $30 ridiculous. I guarantee it would be. It's going to be at Ross.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
gonna
doubt.
be at Ross, big time.
I don't understand how Gina didn't see this. So join Citizens San Antonio, even outside the city, had this amazing season and playoff run.
Man, she's
Still
gonna
is
die on
against
that hill, man. She's gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, she may not even make it through her entire term. Not even a championship would have made her a fan. As of the season, we will have Toby and Bobby playing for us.
OVO, Boban. I don't know if Boban's gonna come back
Yeah.
to San Antonio.
Small stars would be cool.
Small stars. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Spurs Ann, for that comment there. And we are out of comments, but we appreciate it. Y'all guys are keeping us going here. Thank you for chiming in and the thin skin for the super chats.
Yeah.
We appreciate it as well. And of course, Spurs Ann for the jewels. That's our first jewels that we received here on Spurs in Focus. So we appreciate that too. Figurine.
So the small stars.
A small figurine. I think maybe
That would be cool. I think that would be
Yes,
cool.
man.
Small NBA figures.
DeJuan Blair. I don't even know where he is now anymore.
I just get Bear back on the squad.
Yeah, no, that's all right. We're good. We're good. But Rudy, again, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. But you teased it a little bit. Sounds like you have a show coming up with Derek over at the Sports Answer.
Yeah, so we'll be talking hopefully tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. We haven't really nailed it down yet, but it should be the Friday drive tomorrow on the Sports Answer on Answer Now TV. One thing we are talking about, we'll be talking definitely about Mayor Ortiz-Jones and what's going on.
Everybody in San Antonio is.
Yeah. So, and the good thing is you get a perspective from an NBA player, from a former NBA player, one who has ties to the San Antonio Spurs. So, you'll definitely get Derek's take on that. And also, the question that was posed earlier was the question that we were going to talk about too. Joel Embiid, does he make it past? Does he make it the full season with Philadelphia? I say he doesn't. I think he ends up getting traded. Plus, hey, NFL season preseason kicked off tonight with the Hall of Fame game. Week 1 preseason starts next week, so we're gonna have a lot of football talk.
Yeah, I mean, football started today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it's already football season, man.
Yeah,
it's wild, man. Hey, maybe McFarlane will make some Falcon figures for you because you're a big fan of the Falcons.
Why? I wouldn't. The only Falcon figure I've ever owned was the Michael Vick Falcon figure. That was it.
Oh God, Michael, the ball figures too, man. You get the Michael Vick.
It was
one.
before all the stuff happened, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks for the update, Ray. Panthers are up 24-20.
24-20. And shout out to Haynes King, Carolina undrafted quarterback.
Yeah,
he's balling right now. I hope he gets a chance.
Yeah, again, Ray, thank you again. Appreciate it too. Yeah, for those who don't know, Ray is kind of our go-to guy if we need somebody to fill in, and Ray usually comes in. So we appreciate it, Ray. Check out the figure at done one of Kawhi. I don't remember the figurine of Kawhi.
I do.
Was it a McFarlane one?
Yeah, but it's meh at that.
It's meh. No, I don't think I didn't even know he had a McFarlane one. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
I just know about the pop he made, that McQuai pop, and that's about it. But yeah, cool. Again, everybody, we appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with us in the slow times of the NBA offseason. And yeah, we will definitely have more shows for you coming ahead. And again, Monday Spurs in Focus, you're gonna want to tune in. A political consultant comes in and talks about the mayor's memo, revisits Project Marvel, clears the air up, and just pretty much says what it is, and how much the mayor has it wrong. That's coming up this Monday on Spurs in Focus. Stay tuned for that. We'll appreciate it if you click play a lot, because I can definitely use this platform to get the real information out, and he's going to give it to you on Monday. And again, you want to follow that guy on your screen at the Sports Answer and wish him a happy belated birthday, everybody. Wish him a belated happy birthday. Deserves it. I know first when Spurs and gave us jewels, I thought like those like diamonds, and I was going to give you some of those diamonds. They're virtual jewels for your birthday there. But nevertheless, again, happy
Appreciate that.
birthday, Rudy. And again, we appreciate all you do here at Spurs in Focus. Everybody else, we thank y'all for making Spurs in Focus your first and only spot for all things San Antonio Spurs. Ignore the rest. Unsubscribe to those other shows. You only want to subscribe here to Spurs in Focus. The Substack is completely free. Go sign up right now. Google it, Spurs in Focus Substack. Hit subscribe. You are part of the crew just like that. And like I said, we'll be back on Monday. Got a great show for you. And again, follow me on X at Jeff G Spurs Zone, and follow the show on YouTube, YouTube Music, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast. Pick a platform. We are there. So for that gentleman you see on your screen right now, he is Mr. Rudy Campos. I am Jeff Garcia. And now you're in focus with Spurs in Focus.